Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad you are here, and today I'm going to talk about why learning English with stories is good. Learning English with stories is a fun and effective way to improve your skills. Stories help you learn new words, understand grammar, and practice listening and speaking. It's much more enjoyable than just memorizing words or rules. In this article, I will explain why learning English with stories is a great idea and how you can do it effectively. Why learning English with stories is good. Helps you learn new vocabulary. When you read or listen to a story, you come across new words and phrases. These words are used in real-life situations, so you learn how they are used naturally. For example, if you read a story about a trip to the beach, you might learn words like sand, waves, and sunshine. Seeing these words in a story helps you remember them better. Improves grammar in a fun way. Grammar is important in English, but learning grammar rules can be boring. When you read stories, you can learn grammar without focusing on rules. For example, in a story, you will see sentences with past tense, like she went to the store. You will understand how to use past tense because you see it in context, which is easier than just studying rules. Helps you practice listening. If you listen to stories, you can improve your listening skills. Hearing English spoken in different voices and speeds helps you understand how native speakers use the language. You can listen to stories on YouTube, in podcasts, or in audiobooks. This will help you get used to the rhythm and sounds of English. Makes learning more interesting. Stories can take you to new places and help you experience different things. When you read or listen to stories, you are not just learning a language, you are also exploring new worlds. This makes learning English more exciting and keeps you motivated. How to learn English with stories effectively. Start with simple stories. If you are a beginner, start with simple stories. Look for stories with easy language, short sentences, and familiar vocabulary. You can find simple English books or websites with short stories for beginners. Reading these stories will help you build your confidence. Example: you can start with children's books or short stories that use simple words and sentences. These will help you understand the language and slowly improve your skills. Learn new words from stories. When you find a word you don't understand, don't just skip it. Stop and look up the word in a dictionary or use a translation app. Write the word down and try to use it in your own sentences. The next time you read or listen to a story, see if you can find that word again. This will help you remember new vocabulary. Example: if you read a story about a birthday party and you don't understand the word balloon, look it up and use it in your sentences, like, I bought a balloon for the party. Practice speaking by retelling the story. After you finish a story, try to retell it in your own words. This will help you practice speaking and improve your fluency. You can also practice with a friend or teacher by discussing the story together. Tell them what happened in the story, what you liked, and what you learned. Example: after reading a short story about a cat and a dog, you can say, the cat and the dog were friends. They played together every day. This helps you practice speaking in English. Use stories to practice different skills. Stories can help you practice many skills. For example, you can work on your writing by writing your own story in English. You can also practice reading by reading aloud. Speaking and writing your own version of a story will help you improve both your grammar and vocabulary. Example: after listening to a story about a vacation, you can write about your own vacation using the new words and grammar you learned from the story. You can also share your story with a friend to practice speaking. Read and listen at the same time. A great way to improve your English is by reading and listening to stories at the same time. You can find stories that have both a written version and an audio version. Listen to the story while following along with the text. This will help you connect what you hear with what you read, which will improve your reading and listening skills. Example: you can listen to a story in English on YouTube or an audiobook while reading the text on your phone or computer. This helps you understand the pronunciation of words and how sentences are spoken. As you listen, follow the words with your eyes. This helps you connect the sounds with the written words. Why it works. This method helps you improve your listening and reading skills together. You can see how words are spelled and hear how they are pronounced. Don't worry about every word. How to do it. It's okay if you don't understand every single word. Focus on understanding the main idea of the story. Try to understand what is happening, not just the meaning of each word. Why it works. The goal is to get better at understanding English in real situations. By focusing on the main idea, you build your listening skills without getting stressed about small details. Listen and read again. How to do it. After you've listened to the story once, listen to it again. Read along the second time and pay attention to the words you didn't understand the first time. Why it works. Repetition helps you remember new words and phrases. The more you listen and read, the easier it becomes to understand and remember the story. Try to say the words out loud. How to do it. After you read and listen, try to say the words out loud. You can repeat sentences or read the whole story aloud. Why it works. Speaking helps you practice pronunciation and improves your speaking skills. It also helps you feel more comfortable using English in real conversations. Final tip. Find the right stories for you. How to do it. Choose stories that are interesting and not too hard. Start with simple stories and move to more difficult ones as you get better. Children's books, fairy tales, and beginner-level short stories are great for starting. Why it works. Choosing stories that are fun and at the right level helps you stay motivated and enjoy learning. By following these tips, you can improve your English with stories. Listening and reading together is a great way to learn new words, improve your understanding, and become more confident in speaking. Keep practicing and you'll see how much your English improves over time. Learning English with stories is a fun and powerful way to improve your skills. By reading, listening, and speaking stories in English, you will learn new vocabulary, practice grammar, and become more confident in your language abilities. Remember to start with simple stories, take your time, and use what you learn in your own speaking and writing. The more you enjoy the stories, the easier it will be to learn English. Please support us by subscribing and liking to follow our channel. I hope you learned something new today. See you next time. Thanks for watching.